Hey guys, how are you? Okay, so today I want to talk about full height tiling. So obviously when you're full height tiling, if your house has got cornices, I always get asked, oh, why don't you just tile to the bottom of the cornice? Why do you have to take the cornice off? Okay, I'll tell you the reason. Cornice is there to create consistencies. Okay, so your ceilings are never perfect. Your walls come to the ceiling, cornices are there, and it hides all the inconsistencies. So when you take the cornices off and you tile to the roof, sometimes you get an uneven line and it can look terrible. So we put the cornice back on top, and then that, like you can see here, cornice has gone on top. I mean, this is the showroom that we built. It's pretty consistent, but if it was inconsistent, you wouldn't see it, you wouldn't notice it. And not only that, when your house moves with expansion and contraction, with the elements, in the winter, your house will contract. In the summer, your house will expand. There's movement, okay? Now cornice, so you can imagine, there's your cornice, there's your tile. Your tile can slide up and down under the cornice and without causing cracking. So come over in this bathroom. Here we have a square set. Now a lot of high rises are square set. High rises move like this, not like that, right? So where a house, you get movement like that. So that's why you get cornices more so in houses than in high rises. But yeah, we can still do square set in your house, but you've got to understand there's going to be, so even here, there's a bit of inconsistency. So from there to there, there's a bigger gap there than there is here. Because there's, like the tiles cut straight, but the ceiling's out a little bit. Never have I found a house where the ceiling is perfect. Now we try and rectify that as best we can, but we're not going to rebuild your house. I mean, you wouldn't want to pay us to do that. So we do our best to rectify it, but you will get inconsistencies. But you can imagine if we put cornice there, you would not notice that one bit. So cornices play a part. Now, why do we take the cornice off? Well, for the same reason. If the ceiling's out, the cornice will be inconsistent. Plus, the walls might be out, so the cornice will be inconsistent that way. But the tile is flat and square. So when that tile goes up, when that tile sits to the bottom of the cornice that we haven't taken off, you'll see a wobble. It just looks terrible and it's unprofessional. So we don't like to do things unprofessionally. So the cornice, if you want to go all the way, you got cornice, the cornice is going to come off. We're going to tile to the ceiling, bit of a gap, and then the cornice will go back on, and then it will be a beautiful, magnificent job. So that's the reason for cornices and why we put them on top of the tile and not tile to the cornice. I'll see you later.